Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now, I'm no longer on my free-to-play account. I'm on my press account, and that is because of one reason. Of course, the update has landed, and with that update, we're going to look at three particular tanks. Now, today we're going to look at this tank right here, the Erich Konzept 1. Now, Wargaming, for some reason, thought it would be good to add more auto loaders in the game. Now, the game is already covered with auto loaders. We don't need any more. So why has this tank and two others now received an auto loading gun? I'm baffled, because, you know, yeah, the tank was never anything sort of special. It was good, but it was never anything special. Now they've added this auto loader. It is very, very good. Now, there is one thing I do like, and that is the fact that Wargaming have kept the previous gun, and they've also buffed the previous gun. So the gun is actually pretty good. The DPM obviously isn't the best of DPMs. It's okay, but yeah, we're not talking about this gun. We are talking about the auto loader gun. So the tank itself, I mean, it's a German medium tank. It wasn't nothing special, but it's a good tank. It's a good tank. Now they've added this auto loader. I think it is very, very good. Is it overpowered? I'm not quite sure yet, but honestly, it is very, very good. So your armor on this thing, of course, you haven't got the greatest of armor. 170 mil on your turret and 78 on your hull. So yeah, pretty weak when it comes to armor profile. Your DPM with this gun is 2,365, and you have a magazine reload of 20.3 seconds. Now this tank has a two-shot auto loader, not an auto reloader, an auto loader. And the shell reload time between each shot is 5 seconds. So it's not like 2.5 or 3. It's 5 seconds with two shots. Now, in 5 seconds, you're actually able to do 1,000 damage. In 5 seconds, in a medium tank, you can do 1,000 damage. Yes, 1,000 damage. Now, your penetration is 238 on your AP, 305 on your heat, and 65 on your HE. And then, as I've said, your damage, you've got a 500 alpha gun on your AP, 420 on your heat, and 600 on your HE. So, of course, if you come up against a Scorpion G, you could do 1,200 plus damage to that tank in 5 seconds. You can almost take it out in just 5 seconds. Your aim time is 3.9 and your dispersion is 0.380. You do have a nice 8 degrees of gun depression as well, and of course a very nice top speed of 55 kilometers per hour. So yeah, I have no idea why Wargaming decided to change the gun. Now, I know this update, they are sort of buffing the reducing stats of tanks, they're nerfing tanks, they're buffing tanks, and they do that every so often, and I do understand why they are doing that, because they want to change the meta of the game. So right now, it was E50Ms. It was all about E50Ms, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, they every few months or so, or every year, every 6 months, they do like to then nerf those tanks a little bit and buff other tanks to make them tanks that are not really played good again, basically, for a short period of time. And they do that a lot, especially if it's like, right, this update, we're going to buff a load of mediums. We want the medium meta back, because the last meta has all been heavy meta, where they buffed all the heavy hit points, and it was completely heavy tank meta. And then, you know, they buff tank destroyers to make it a tank destroyer meta. So I do understand why they do it, and to be honest, I haven't got a problem with that. But some of their decision makings, I mean, did this tank need an auto loader? That's up to you to decide. But personally, I do think adding an auto loader to some of these tanks have just made it too goddamn good. Because you don't want the tanks being overpowered. I mean, especially tank like this. It's a premium tank. Not a lot of people will have it. There's a rumor it's coming as part of the snow globes. But yeah, it's maybe tech trees. Yeah, I understand everyone has the opportunity to play them. But yeah, when it's premium tanks, collectible tanks that they're really making strong, it is kind of frustrating because not everybody has them and not everybody will be able to have them. So it's just like those that have them, you're in luck because you're getting a potentially overpowered tank. So we're here and we're going to go on the right side. Now, I don't want to go rush forward too quick because I want to stay alive, and I just want to wait for my team. And I want to obviously, this is like the only game I've had so far in this tank since it has been buffed. So I want to get the feel of it and just to see how good this tank can actually be. And as you can see, my first shot is 470. So a bit low on the alpha, the same as there, 434. Like well below target there. 430 when you've got a 500 average damage is very, very low, but still we've still managed to do 900 damage with our magazine. And then of course we have that 20-second reload. So that is the downfall of the tank. Of course, a 20-second reload in a medium tank you can suffer, especially if you are being rushed by other medium tanks that have a 5-6 second reload with 3000 DPM or 3500 DPM. Then of course you can suffer. So it's all about using that time. And I managed to reload. I've managed to go around the side of the map because I didn't really, I mean, there's a medium over there, but the Indians should have moved. I didn't want to stay over there. I think if I would have stayed over there, then we would have both probably been dead. So moving was definitely the right choice. Relocating was definitely 100% the right choice. So far I've managed now to get behind these tanks. I'm just about to reload, and luckily for me, this Conqueror isn't the greatest of players. I'm right there, and for some reason he is not seeing me, and then we are able to get both of our shots. So again, 481 hasn't hit the target of 500. Are we going to hit target? Yes, way above target there, 589 damage. So yes, you can get the low 400s, but you can also get the high 500s, and that wasn't even a max roll either. So that there was actually a very, very nice roll. So 2400 damage. Now here is the Action X. Can we get another, well, pretty much spot on there, 499. Can we do it again? We're not wanting to do it again. Let's just clear the Iraq 105. So now that's 1 kill and 3.4k damage. So even though it has a long reload, because of the alpha and the 2 shots, and of course you can really pump up that damage. Like, just, you get 3 magazines out and you could potentially have 3k damage. So again, get rid of the Object 27A there, and then there is just 2 tanks left alive. And can we get this shot on the Conqueror? We should have switched to HE there, because again, that was a very low roll against that Conqueror. Can we just go for a little bit of ram? Yes, free. That's pretty much free damage there. Unfortunately, I'm still on a big reload, and I'm just chasing him at this point to see if I can get a little bit more damage. And I do. I managed to get 11 more damage. Every bit of damage helps. So that is the Erich. Like, I do think it is a little bit too strong with the Autoloader. Let me know what you think. And of course, we are then going to look at 2 other tanks that have also got an Autoloader. So let me know what you think of this tank right here, the Erich Konzept. The Erich Konzept 1. Let me know what you think of the Autoloader in the comments below. But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.